Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another live stream here with Oxygen Not Included. We are back with our Freeze Grave colony, which as you can see is taking up a fairly large proportion of this asteroid we're in. Well, I mean, relatively speaking. We have the core center of it all kind of built out. And we've been working on getting to space with our little rocket program with our little astronaut duplicates here. We got a rocket and stuff built, but we do actually need to get the telescope built before we can start figuring out ways to get into space, because they have to have a target in order for them to launch towards. So we're going to work on that tonight, but welcome anyone who's here in the chat so far, or if you're watching on the channel afterwards, welcome as well. Special thanks as always to our top tier channel members, those people who click on that join button and choose the mistakes were made tier. Durgan8D, Zirian Zelos, Cosmu, Asgen Carlson, Courtney Cure, Matthias Z, Crystal, Nabs1, The Scrub, Still Snow, Toolkit71, and Kathleen Hart. Thank you all for the support as always. Very much appreciated. Hopefully our duplicates will have a good night tonight, and we won't see any unfortunate duplicate deaths in the midst of trying to get our way into outer space. In addition to getting that the telescope thing set up on the surface that lets us actually start building a star chart or the star map or whatever, and then lets us do space missions, we also are going to want to get an astronaut training program going, because we can't have any astronauts if we don't have them trained. So yet something else we'll have to work on tonight. I suspect, we won't get through everything tonight because there's just going to be too much to tackle. But hopefully we can at least make some good progress towards it, and we'll see how that all goes. Steel is going to be a problem. I did notice we were really low on lime for the production of steel, so I did have some stuff already marked out in the lower area of the map to try to dig out some more lime so we can make some steel. But this area up here is where we're going to put our telescope. And I did kind of get it set up to keep digging out the regolith that lands here. This kind of stuff is my challenge, though. Now it's overheating. That's great. All right, so I built this thing in here to kind of dig everything out, but I think we might actually have to put the blast doors in here. I was trying to avoid it because they block the view of the telescope. They take a lot of power to open and close. They're super slow. But with the way this game works now, and the whole meteor crash thing, I think we're going to be stuck having to use some, so we'll see how that goes. The kids started school? No, so they're actually, my school district's actually, they were on strike Monday and Tuesday this week. So we've got like a couple 4-day weekends in a row for the kids, which is kind of a challenge. They're back to school tomorrow, but see how that all goes. Not see what happened to Brothgar, but it's a big RIP. Yeah, unfortunately, somebody hacked Brothgar's channel. So if you are somebody who follows Brothgar, I'm sure you're already aware of that. If you're not, he's another content creator who does a lot of Oxygen Not Included stuff. Does some really cool scientific and engineering type experiments and stuff. Somebody hacked his channel. They've either deleted or just hidden all of his videos, and now they're running these Litecoin live streams all the time, which are just a scam. I know he's been in communication with YouTube trying to get it sorted out, but it's anybody's guess how long it's going to take. I'm surprised they haven't shut it down in the meantime while they investigate, but apparently that's just not something they do. So we're kind of in a waiting pattern to see what happens, but hopefully it all gets sorted out for him, because he does have a lot of good content there. And I know this is also his primary source of income, I think. Let's deconstruct this thing here. I'm going to have to move this. I set this up underneath a little shelf thinking it would protect it, but any asteroid falling in, or meteor falling in this way seems to just plant itself right under there. We're going to need a ladder here to get up to the high enough area here that we can actually build in some blast doors too. So I'm going to try and build those up here. Now these things, they take, or the bunker doors, I guess, they take a lot of metal, or steel. We're at like 465 of the 500, so I can't even build them yet. But even when we can, they're kind of really big and really slow, and I'm not sure how much they impair the visibility for the telescope. So we'll have to kind of work on the angles of that too. I might need like 2 of them side by side, and we'll see what happens. For the meantime, I'll probably put them just on a normal switch. Oh, there we go. We have enough steel now. I'll probably just put them on a normal switch, and then we'll kind of try to control it from there. I think I'll do 2 of the doors. It's going to take a lot of metal, but we'll try to cover a large enough area here. Brothgar's Twitter and Facebook have the stories. You can, yeah. If anyone wants to see it, it's on Twitter. There's not really a whole lot to relate there. Somebody hacked him, and they took all his stuff down, and now he's waiting to see what's going to happen. Down here is where we're going to build the steam that we need to fuel this rocket. We did start getting all this planned. I think, oh, that's what, I had these mechanized airlocks set up to be steel. I'm surprised they actually had enough to build it, but I guess that's a good thing. I was planning to run some power up here. We do finally have this all topside. I'm going to need to actually change where the wires are located for this. Actually, what do we need for the... we're going to try and boil water down here in order to make steam. So we are going to need probably a transformer sitting here, and we'll run some conductive wire instead of using the heavy watt wire. So let's just deconstruct that. Let's set this for wiring. So I get the last one there. So we'll get some of that back, and we'll build a little transformer here. First time here, found your channel from Grind This Game, playing Oni 2. Well, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, Grind This Game plays a lot of the game too. There's only a few of the creators that I'm aware of that actually play any significant amount of Oxygen Not Included. Even though I've seen people like Markiplier and stuff play it because they really enjoy it, it's not like he focuses on it as a content sort of thing. But Brothgar and Grind This Game and a few others definitely do a lot of it, which is great. It's a great game, and frankly, Clay is an awesome developer, so even better. Okay, so somewhere in here we have, I think it's under, was it utilities? Yeah. So we're going to use the thermal aqua tuner. Now it takes 1.2 kilowatts of power. We're going to set it down here so that when we run the water in, it should heat this up. And we're going to use the oil that's up here. At least my plan was to use the oil that's up here. Except I think this might be too cold. So by the time I run it through the thermal aqua tuner, it's going to be an issue. So I might actually need to pipe the oil upwards into this hotter area where the regolith and stuff is to pick up heat, to take that down, to run it through the thermal aqua tuner. It's going to be a really weird setup. It's going to take a lot of piping. If it gets too cold, it'll actually break the pipes, and that's kind of a problem. Also, FYI, the area for 9 tiles below the rocket exhaust will get directly heated on launch. Those storage containers could get wrecked. I don't even remember what I put in here, actually. Oh, I just had regolith in here to heat it up, so that's fine. I'm not really worried about maintaining those. It's the thermal aqua tuner more than anything. Actually, and this is set for iron. I can't make it out of that. It's got to be like steel. I'm more concerned with the thermal aqua tuner, but my idea with having it right below here is that I'm hoping a lot of the steam will end up getting recaptured in here on launch, as well as helping with heating and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. We should use 6 research modules for optimal research. I don't know if I can send 6 research modules on a steam-based rocket. I can't remember what distance you get out of this thing, but I remember when we did play it early on, unless they've tweaked it, the steam-powered rocket didn't go that far. Didn't really carry that much either, so I kind of want to see how the missions go and then adjust. I've done very little with the rockets. When they first came out, we kind of rushed a colony forward to where the rockets were, and we launched a few of those. I know they made some changes and stuff, so we'll see what happens, but I have a feeling I might need a more powerful rocket to use that many. I'm not sure. You do 8 research modules, no problem, on a steam rocket? All right. Well, we'll launch with what we have now, because I also need a lot of steel. And then we can always expand on this afterwards. It's easy enough to deconstruct just the command capsule and add in more research modules, I guess. Up here we have lead and stuff up here, but not very much by way of fossil. It's kind of a shame. They're gonna have to keep getting the fossil from below. Food-wise, we're doing good. We're at like 400,000 kilocalories. We could probably grab a little more here. Oh, Dracula eggs. All right, we'll take those. Nothing else that can produce more meat for us. We're largely living off of mushrooms, and then still I have mealwood in here that they've been living off of also. And then we have a little bit down here with the bristle blossom, but the water down here is awfully warm. It's like 38 degrees, so the temperature that this is producing in the colony is getting too warm for growing certain things in here. But for a frozen planet, we've done fairly well at heating things up. Now we're actually to the point where things are getting a little bit too warm in some places, and I had to crack open a few spots over here where we could let some cold in to kind of relegate that a little bit. Yesterday was your birthday, but if you feel like watching CrypticFox play Oni within the week is present. Well, welcome, Amanda. Happy birthday. Welcome to the stream. Multiplayer with space trade system would be workable. That might be interesting. Yeah, so like you're building your own colony, and then you're not necessarily seeing or working on someone else's. That might be interesting. Multiplayer certainly would be tricky in this game, though, but that would be one way you could certainly tackle it. I don't remember putting this here. What is this thing connected to? Oh. Our glass forge. No, that's all right. I must have had ice in here at some point and it melted, because I don't remember having. Well, it's still pretty cold. Yeah, it's above freezing. I don't remember having quite that much water in there. I know we had a little bit in for when we made glass. It would drop it and cool it. but I guess we got a little bit more. We are decent on gases, so that's alright. We got more plastic than we need right now. I should actually turn these off if they're not disabled already. Because I can see here our liquid reservoirs that are full with the petroleum aren't as full as I'd like them to be, and we are running the petroleum generators a little bit more frequently. Given how much power I'm drawing. And it's only going to get worse. I'm adding more things. And I'm out of slime. Okay. So let's grab more of that. Mostly I want to make progress towards space tonight, but it is pretty important to keep our duplicates, you know, alive. They do a lot less construction work when they're dead, I've found. So, you know, there's a tip for you if you're playing the game. Duplicates who are alive do more work than the ones that are dead. Small miracles. Water everywhere on the ground. Yeah, most of that is from melted ice and stuff. Because I'm on the frozen asteroid, there's lots of little pockets and stuff. This down here I don't mind so much. We got like the ice draining from here and dripping down. It was cooling plastics in these systems down here. Not that I've been running them a ton. Wow, it's actually really warm down here now. These petroleum generators are cranking out the heat. We're gonna melt the whole asteroid. It's supposed to be frozen, but we'll take care of that. Hey, Crystal. Yo, how's it going, Galaxy Games? Okay, so in terms of our oil over here, we're going to need to set up a system to pump this through our heating, or yeah, through our thermal aqua tuner to heat up water. I need steel for this particularly. 1,200. Wow. All right. Well, how are they doing on the steel production? Where is that here? This is set up for nothing. All right. Well, I guess we're not going to produce a whole lot more steel then, are we? Let's make more. We have enough for like 10. Because I only have 100 kilograms of lime. That's not great. So, we'll see how that goes. Too bad you can't turn the dead dupes into fertilizer. I know, right? It kind of, you know, it would be one of those things that might be a little fun to do. Our duplicates might disagree, though. You know, they might have some issues with that, but... Alright, so let's make the pump down here. We don't need it out of steel. We can just make this thing out of, like, iron or something. So we'll stick that down here. We'll get the plumbing set up for this now, even though I know... it's not gonna be useful at the moment. I kind of want to have this ready to go. I should actually deconstruct this other pump I over here. Oops, what the... Should deconstruct this pump I have down here. I don't really need it anymore. I set that up specifically to drain out some oil so that we wouldn't have the sand over here crack and leak it all through. Now that it's all cleaned up, we don't need that anymore. So again, the plan's going to be to pump oil from here. I think I'm going to have to heat it up, so I'm going to send it probably up the ladder, maybe. I'd kind of like to send it through some of the rock because the vacuum of space up here is not going to pass heat very much. I might actually have to run some like drywall behind it or something. I've never noticed you could see the voles digging through here. So we're going to run the oil up here inside of some piping to pick up heat, and then we'll send it back down, and we'll send that through the thermal aqua tuner, and then we'll just send it back here, and we'll dump it back into this space. So over time, we'll end up heating up this oil over here. It'll take a long time, but actually maybe not, because it'll cool it here. We'll see how much it cools it. This will produce a lot of heat, and then when we dump water in on top of it, we'll produce the steam that we can capture here to pump in the rocket. And, yeah, that should be good to go. But, this is all kind of important. How's that an unreachable build? Thought that was within 2 tiles, but apparently not. Alright, bunker doors. So I guess we'll do the right-hand bunker door first. I guess we'll put that here. We'll need some bunker tile over here. Shinebug egg farm? Well, the trouble with the shinebug eggs is you need a whole bunch of them to make omelets. So, I've often found that like when I use too many of the eggs, I don't keep up well enough with the shinebug production anymore, and it ends up stalling itself out. Pro tip: if someone's dead, they don't do as much work as they are when they're alive. In fact, they don't work at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that. Quite now. How's our electricity here? This is set up already. Okay, so I can send a little wire over to here. We'll set this up for our pump. Even though it's not going to be ready to run yet, at least it'll be built. Might be too cold for the morbs. Which morbs where now? I didn't see which morbs you were talking about. Ooh, wait a minute, our sanity's having some issues here. Miss Beefy, 16%. What's your deal? Yep, I guess you're stressed. She's like, I don't know how to get out of here. All right, I'm glad I looked at that. Yeah, how about you dig this out and just go for a little ride? Good 3-point dive out of here. There we go, perfect. Sopping wet, slightly slimy, but when she goes back in, hopefully she'll get her stress sorted out. All right, so good thing we spotted that. There was a suffocation waiting to happen. Cannonball. See that? We almost could have been dead, just like that. Would have had another duplicate to add to our little graveyard. Incidentally, we only have had 4 dupes die in this colony so far, which isn't so bad, I guess. Most of them were careless accidents. So we have CJ, I Am Groot, the Scrub, and Stephen Collins, all unfortunately ended up in our little graveyard area. Hopefully we won't want any more duplicates there tonight. It was maybe a close call on that one. They might have starved a bit. Mind you, they might have also wet themselves and added to the polluted water, which could have come in handy. Hey Fox, just finished your Gold Rush vid and was pleasantly surprised with you live right after. Well, welcome, CJ. As we just looked at your grave, sorry about that. Yeah, they wouldn't have suffocated. They were in the polluted oxygen. There's no slime lung down there. If you look at the germs, it's too cold. So down in this area, there's no slime lung. This particular asteroid doesn't have a problem with germs. Too chilly, but they could have starved if I'd left them there long enough. I could see that they actually wet themselves. There are a little bit of food poisoning germs in the water. So somebody either had an accident or threw up in there. Misty, hope you enjoyed the time off. Thanks, Adam. It's nice to come back and start getting them back into the swing of things again. It was a very weird couple of months, but yeah, we're back live again, so good. Try to keep up the pace again and get back into the more regular content. If you need more steel, you can destroy the gantries. You only need 1 for the rocket capsule. Oh, does the research just drop out automatically? If so, that would make sense. Let's get rid of these. Do I even have them? Do I have them hooked up to wiring? No, I didn't even bother plugging them in yet. I need to set up switches and stuff for them anyway, but my primary concern with the switches was having them melt when the rocket takes off. So we gotta deal with that. But yeah, we can recover some steel from the gantries. That's handy then. For some reason, I thought we needed one at each level for them to get the research out, but if it'll just drop down, that's handy. Would have been funny if they would have been a dupe who couldn't dig. Oh my gosh, that would have been awful. I would have had to build a ladder or something to get up there. See if I could get someone else to do the digging for them, but... I love these little tubes. They're like one of my favorite additions to the game. It's just so funny seeing little duplicates zip through those. Yeah, somebody poisoned the water hole. Good thing it was already poisoned. Okay, so up here, I want to see what happens with damage to things. So to get my piping to run through here, I'm going to need... Not tiles. Is it... Where's the drywall again? I actually can't remember. Drywall, there we go. Alright, so we use some drywall with, I don't know. I have a feeling this is just going to overheat, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to run some drywall up here. So we have something that will at least transfer heat to the pipes. Because the drywall will heat up. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. Conveniently enough, we have granite up here, so that's easy. Can a non-digging dupe actually get trapped? Yeah, if another duplicate digs out the ground around them. So if they were over there picking something up, and another duplicate undercut the ground so they couldn't get out of there, then they could get trapped, yeah. It's not terribly likely, but yeah. Yes, you need to shower? Well, thanks for sharing, Brittany, I guess. Insufficient oxygen generation. What's up with that? Let's take a look at our oxygen supply. Yeah, it definitely looks like our oxygen's in really rough shape right now. I'm not sure how they're measuring the oxygen supply and saying it's inadequate. Because I'd say it's in pretty good shape right now. Choose blueprint. We'll get the Mirth Leaf, I guess. I don't really need other duplicates right now. We have 31 already. That's kind of a lot. Ms. Beefy's feeling a little better about life. Her stress is cut in half. She's at 9%. Without a medium in front of the drywall, liquid or gas, they won't transfer any heat, because they'll still be in a vacuum. Alright, so I might need to do this a bit differently. Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder if I should just drywall the whole ladder in behind. We'll seal it off at the top, and we'll let the duplicates go in and out, but I'll just let the gases kind of vent into that space, maybe? Trouble is, every time they go in and out of the door, it's going to cause a problem. You forgot you're in here? Well, welcome, new Betacraft. Is there any use for the Abyssalite? I've never been able to figure out how to do anything with it. Not anymore. There was a point where you could build stuff with Abyssalite, but I'm pretty sure it's just used as a component in something else now. Why did no one tell you a chiropractor wasn't expensive? Yeah, it's usually like well, it depends on your chiropractor and where you are. But you're probably looking anywhere between $50 and $100, depending on, again, the chiropractor and location. I think the one I go to is something like $60 a visit. So it's not crazy. If you have spare power, you can cycle the oil and then warm it with a tempedizer. Yeah, my only concern with that is the tempedizer takes quite a bit of energy also. So the liquid tempedizer is 960 watts. And then the thermal aqua tuner, I mean, that's over 2 kilowatts worth of power right there. That's one petroleum generator all by itself. Which is kind of a lot. I'd like to mitigate that at least a little bit if I could. What about radiant pipes being hit by sunlight? I have no idea whether that has an effect on them. So your guess is as good as mine. This drywall is not even actually really warming up very much. 41 degrees. What's the temperature around it? 41. I mean, if this works at all, it's not going to be terribly effective. I have a different thought. It hurt a little bit, but I had a different thought. Let's try and dig. We're going to dig out of space here instead. Actually, what I should do is do it up top here where I'm already doing stuff. Maybe I'll just dump the oil into a space in here and let it heat up from the heat that's, like, the ambient heat that's around it. And then pump it out of there. I just don't know if it's going to get hot enough, and that's kind of a concern. Plus, I'd have to use 2 pumps, which takes more power. I'll think about that. It's not an urgent rush kind of thing. But I'd like to make use of the mafic rock a little bit as a means to heat it up. Won't warm up too much until you seal it behind the ladder because it's in a vacuum. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I need to, we're going to have to do something. So either I need to have a place where I can just dump the liquid in and let it gather up heat from the surrounding environment, or save this from being a vacuum. But even then, it's not really going to draw that much heat. It's only like 40 degrees out here. I was thinking like more like the 100-degree temperatures up here would be better. But it's not really good placement. Pass pipe through the bunker tiles. Bunker tiles are... Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, brilliant. Bunker tiles, much better. Sweet. If I can get it all the way up to here, that's pretty hot. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll use the drywall for decorative, I guess. So we have this one built. We do need a second door. Which we have enough metal for now, but I don't have a ladder to get to. I'm going to deconstruct this here as well. Just I thought I would. There we go. Oh, there's the busted planet in the background. If you dig out the mafic rock, the fresh regolith will land around the level of your drywall and be nice and hot. Yeah, it will, but it'll still be sitting in a vacuum, so it won't necessarily transfer heat. But I do like the idea of using the bunker tiles. If I can run a pipe through the bunker tile, it should transfer. That's actually a really good idea. I could even run like some extra tile just for the purposes of soaking up heat and let the hot regolith sit on top of it. I think that'd be all right. We'll see. I like that idea. Oh, good. Our sanity's back to normal now. Sweet. Just Gotta kind of keep an eye up here every once in a while to make sure we don't have duplicants who are suffering while we're focused up here, because it's kind of far away from the colony, and for the most part, they can kind of do everything on their own. They have an abundance of water, decent amount of food and stuff, so if the power shuts off, it could be an issue. But we have quite a few supplies stocked up to kind of keep that going too, so hopefully everything will be alright. If I remember reading, the best heat transfer is conveyor rail inside of metal tile. Could be used for aluminum. Great heat transfer. Yeah, I can see that for just like generic heat transfer, but I'm trying to actually heat up a liquid inside of a pipe. I want to heat up the oil. So I'm not sure if that would work in that instance. I mean, if I was going to run like the pipe, the rails down here, actually, I can almost just take make a big rock and pass it through here on the rails. And let those heat it up, and then dump it back up top and pick it up back up again, and just run it in a cycle as a way of transferring heat in here. But I don't really want to experiment too far with that at the moment. I'm just going to use the thermal aqua tuner for the time being. This puppy right here, which I have just enough steel to build. Did I steal all the steel I needed up here? Yeah, I sure did. That's weighing 500 kilograms, which it's not going to get now. So go me. Actually, how are our duplicants doing at gathering lime? So we have that lime all the way down at the bottom of the colony here. No, they're digging it out right now. So that'll give us another bit of fossil there, which we'll need to convert to lime, actually. It's not directly lime. Dig this out. That will give me a way to get down here, and then we can dig all this out, which will give me more fossil, and we'll trap a duplicant, so that'll be fun times. Let's make a ladder. Actually, why am I doing that? Let's just dig this way. We'll save the extra building. I'll have them dig this out, and then they can reach all that. Problem solved. Build a ladder. What a waste. Hey Scott, how you doing? Ooh, Fox sounds better on my headphones. May need a new computer speaker. Ruh-roh. Go with the best audio quality you can get. Not that you want to be listening to this voice too closely, but good sound better than bad sound. Oh, okay, so I got this this dugout here. It's a good thing those things are tough. Okay, we are going to need power for this thing, and it takes a lot, if I remember correctly. Oh, actually, they lowered the power requirement. Unless I'm just completely mental, I thought the power requirement for these doors was huge at one point. 120 watts is no big deal at all. That's amazing. So I'm gonna need a switch or something here that I can use. I wonder if maybe if I put like I could throw like an atmo sensor switch in here. What I'm thinking is that I want to be able to not have a duplicate and have to turn it off, but I want to be able to open and close the doors at you know whatever I want to. Later on, we'll try to set up a space scanner system, so I don't have to go crazy anymore. But this up to here. I just plan to build it all the way across, I guess. I don't know if they're going to be able to reach all this. I'm going to need to build like some scaffolding under here for them to work on. There we go. And then I can just use the atmo sensor to control the doors until such time as I'm ready to get like a detection system going. We're actually going to have to dig all of this out too in order to get our rocket out. There was a point you could just launch the rocket through the ground, but I don't know if they can still do that anymore. Yes, we'll see. You can run 16 doors from a 2 kilowatt transformer. Well, it used to be a lot more. Again, I might be mental. It's entirely possible I'm just completely misremembering, but I thought the power requirement of the doors used to be big. It's not 1.2 kilowatts. It's 120 watts. 120 watts. Rocket smash. Oops, rocket borked. Yeah, I don't they might have fixed it now, so if you try to do that, the rocket gets obliterated. It might actually be fun to do that, just for the sake of seeing it happen. Ew, math in chat. Math bad. Not the numbers. Save me from the numbers. All right, insulated pipe outward is going to go... Well, let's do the inbound one here. I guess we'll plan the running of these, even though I'm not ready to do it yet. The recirculating... Oh, yep, that was perfect. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll plan the recirculation back here. So this is the one that's returning. It's going to go all the way back up. It's going to need a pipe bridge up here, I'm thinking. Whereas this pipe, that will have the warmed up oil. It doesn't have to be really hot. I just don't want it to be so cold that the pipes will take cold damage every time. I'm going to send that one up out into space. And then this one, we'll use a little liquid pipe bridge here. Which would work a whole lot better if I put it in the right way. There we go. We'll slap that right in there. And then if we send this pipe over, I can just connect it to this thing and let it drain. Aqua tuner might melt after a couple launches. Yeah, I'm curious to see how hot it gets down there. Well, I guess we'll find out. I might have to move it over. It's kind of directly below. I might, there might be a point where I move it over. Again, that might be funny to watch it melt, but... So many meteors. It's crazy. We also need an oxygen production system for the little... Where's it here? The stations, the telescope. This is going to require oxygen. So we'll need to set up oxygen production here. That we can. I want to have something relatively close by. We can pump it into this thing. I don't think the temperature of the oxygen matters so much. Which is kind of a good thing. So we'll need to set up something down here. I could probably just dig in a little space right here, and we'll set up just a simple pump. It's a little simple pump system, and I might even be able to put like a diagonal way for them to reload it, so I never have to open the door, which would be really handy. Oh, that door's opening! Stop it! Alright. It's gonna drop all the regolith down on me. See, they're super slow. Oh, it's not powered right now. That probably has an effect on it. Let's go ahead and we'll plug the door in. I should probably make it work a little bit more quickly rather than slowly. Look how slow it is when it's not powered. That's just excruciating. You know, the ultimate achievement for a dupe is to give trouble to CrypticFox. In that case, a lot of achievements, or a lot of duplicates have achieved that. Finish your taxes and master your college debt. Go you! Congrats, Crystal! That's awesome. School debt sucks. Why did the regolith not fall? That confuses me. Not that it's hard, but that confuses me. I expected it to drop through, but maybe because the doors didn't stay open long enough? I don't know. Some serious adulting? Exactly, yeah. Make sure you build your walls in space out of obsidian. I accidentally used igneous and you're now fighting off the shovels. Nice. These ones I built out of igneous rock. So I've got probably the same problem. But I don't really care if they kind of swarm through here. We'll kill them off eventually. Intensely bright. Put a solar panel up here. Gather a little extra power. It's lovely to get smashed a little bit, but what's a little smashing between friends? Don't answer that. Okay, so our outgoing pipe system here. Let's go ahead and we'll just run this over here. I'm gonna have a little bit of problem with like reach and stuff here. I'm gonna have a really ugly setup of pipes again, and I know you're all surprised by this because you know, usually our piping setups are so pretty, but these ones are gonna be ugly. As long as it gets the job done, that's all I care about at that point. Even your brain didn't hear me? Oh, that's good. Clay's playing the only music on their channel right now. Have it on another window. Yeah, that's actually, it's, I think they have Don't Starve music that they're going to play also. It's pretty cool, though. They just started selling the music, I think, for the two games. It's available on Steam. I think it's like 20 or 25% off right now. So I'm pretty sure they're playing the music live on streams right now, just for like added advertising kind of thing. Just a pain when they break into your spawn and entomb the electrolyzers. Yes, that would be a problem. Yes. When I build the oxygen system up here, that definitely will be a factor that I hadn't thought about. Shut it off so you can listen to your own music. Nice. Yeah, I popped it on a little bit earlier. I love that it's got a little animated thing that it shows with it too. Alright, let's plan for this to be my little oxygen room. So I'm gonna need I'll probably just leave it as a bizzolite in here. I don't even need to build walls so much. I think that'll work. So in here, if we're gonna put in need a gas pump in here. No, I need to go over one more. I'm trying to minimize my usage of the door on this space. I want them to be able to reload it without having to open it. So what I'm thinking is if we build the walls here out of... What did you say to make it out of obsidian? So if we do obsidian wall here, and then we put a door here... And then I can have my little oxygen production system sitting right here, the oxygen diffuser. Hopefully that can get out. I want to test that. Actually, I don't even need to have this thing elevated if I'm going to do it this way. It's like a vacuum in here. So we can cancel that. I can cancel this, and then... They should be able to do a diagonal load right there. And then I can put my oxygen pump like right next to it instead. Little gas pump in here. Kind of a weird setup, but we'll see if it works. I might not even need to drywall behind it. I think there's some space back here. I can't tell. It's all hidden. We have CO2 in here, so there might actually be still back wall here. I might even need to do that. What's being damaged due to overheating? Flooding? Damage overheated. Oh. Wow. Huh. Alright, I got a little warmer down than I planned. I guess we can get rid of the insulation here. We don't need it anymore. We can just... We'll swap out the wall with regular tile, and that'll add a little cooling space down here. This originally was relatively cool still, even with everything running, but... I guess over time we kind of overcame that particular challenge. I am out of coal again. That's probably something to pay attention to. I thought at one point I had a large pocket of coal that I was going to dig out. And now I forget. Hey, Critical Duplicate, how you doing? I mean, we have like these little pockets of coal. Oh, there's a decent sized one right there. Okay, so I'm gonna build a ladder up into this thing over here. That'll get us a good chunk of coal there. Just plan to hop in there and grab that stuff, and then we'll build a little tunnel across here. We can get all this coal. Try to strip out as much as we can here. They shouldn't have any issue reaching that. We don't necessarily need a lot of it, I guess, but it's better to have it stocked up just in case. With my luck, I'm going to run out of power, and then I'm not going to notice that the oxygen's gone down, and, wow, I could get ice, but I don't want. Let's just reject it all. Oh, actually, if I was smart, I would have grabbed the ice and put it down here. Would have helped cool the water a tiny bit. Oh, well. Too much spice. If you've seen Catherine the Sky often enough, you will understand the reference. I'm aware of Catherine the Sky's channel, but I haven't actually seen her content. Built your liquid hydrogen O2 plant out of ceramic they got in. No. I mean, I haven't seen any shovels this low down, but I guess it could happen. See what happens. What am I trying to do? I'm setting up a rocket system. So I'm in the process of building something to produce steam, because I don't have a convenient steam vent I can leverage. So I'm kind of taking the pretty much the longest roundabout route I can accomplish to do it. I think is pretty much how this is going. Your pipes fit her way of the tentacle? Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm all about the messy pipes. That's, it's never a lack of those things. Oh. Take that out. Air vent of the water level, the hydrogen gens to ice percentage to chill the space. Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. So like down here at the heated, like the generator area, I have insulated walls. Now that I've swapped this out, you can see the cold starts to creep in, and now this thing's cooled. So I don't really need to do anything dramatic down here. Just enough radiant cold here will help chill stuff a bit. Got so many critters running around. I think we should probably take care of some of these. Let's get rid of these guys. They look an awful lot like kibbles and bits. 7 duplicates. I had so many idle people. 7 of them decided to go squish the cute little critters running around. I'm magnanimous. Oh, I wonder if they're using the espresso machine yet. Resource low pinch of pepper nut. How do we run into a pinch of pepper nuts? Did I stop pumping polluted water down here? Man, it's getting little bits. Not really enough to hold that many. So they're only getting the occasional cup of coffee, but they got some there. That's good. This should be set up for pinch of pepper nuts, I think. Yeah. I have nothing in there, but we've got the storage for it anyway. Oh, you know what? I never did solve this hot tub issue either. Man, my poor duplicates. I'm just abusing them. They don't even have a hot tub. What kind of taskmaster am I? Priority 6. Get this stuff built for me. I would like you to fashion all of the junks that I have made up here. This stuff too would be good. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I wanted to use the, I wonder if I can even run wiring down here in a way that it's not gonna cause an issue. I need to put some tiling under here, because if I don't have a place to run my, my wire. When the rocket takes off, it's just gonna melt the wire on me. Fashioning intensifies. How you doing on slime for your shrooms? They seem to be alright. They were all growing again. I gave them a pretty big chunk to dig out, so I think it should be okay for now. That's right. I slowly make everything the same or higher priority. Most things I end up tagging them at a 6, but these things, once they build them, they don't do them anymore. So the repetitive tasks, I try not to do that with too much. Hey, Cryptic Man, I miss you streaming regularly. Well, welcome, Eric. Welcome to the stream. I'm actually going to be streaming Oxygen Unincluded twice this week, so we're playing tonight, and then again on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be playing again. Gonna need steel wire. Yeah. Not thrilled about that. I'm thinking if I put it inside the insulated tile, maybe it won't get hurt, but I don't know. It's kind of weird the way the rocket takes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's gonna be a problem. We have all this wonderful lead we could use for conductive wire, but it's got a low overheat temperature. I wonder if I could just like stick it through here and try to limit how much steel wire I have to use, because I really do have a problem with steel production right now, mostly because of lime. I have these set to permanent for that. How are we doing for materials here? 75 kilograms of steel. That's not a whole lot. Industrial ingredients. Poke shell malt, reed fiber, no. Where the heck do they have the lime? Filtration medium, no. Refined metals. Raw minerals. No, you know what? I could actually just click on the machine and probably tell me. Eggshell lime, fossil lime. I have, wow, 15 tons of fossil dug up. That's actually really good if they can haul it up here. Okay, so we can get some decent, no fabrications queued. That should probably be a thing I do. You know, let's just put this on forever. As long as they have lime, let's make steel, and we'll just burn the heck out of my colony with scalding hot water. Perfect. So who needs a hot tub? They can just go swim in the water reservoir. Oh my god, you're really live. What did I do to deserve this? Hey, Dazgeist, I'm pretty sure you just showed up, but welcome. Hey, Myro. Anyone know if disinfection works when an item's on a shipping rail? You're trying to disinfect an item on the rail? You're probably better just to pass it through, like... actually, you know what? I've never tried. I tend not to pay a whole lot of attention to the germs in this game. But you might be able to send it through a room that's filled with chlorine. Just have it pass through the room and see if it will disinfect it. Beats me. I've never tried it. Do you have any regular hatches so you can do some stone hatch ranching? No, I have the green fuzzy ones down here. I had regular hatches, but they... Oh. Yo, there we go. Good old start of day lag. So we have like one regular hatch, and then we have a couple of these sage hatchlings. Cute fuzzy little guys. I may or may not have turned a couple of hatches into barbecue. Of the regular kind, just saying. Possibly. They looked an awful lot like sandwich meat, so they kind of ended up there. Not worried, but that room thing is good. You need to have it to drop and then be picked up and moved on. So as long as it's on the rail, it won't disinfect it? That's strange. Just saw a shovel right next to the escape ladder. There's actually a couple shovels up here. If we switch to the, is it the gas overlay or the temperature overlay? Temperature overlay. You can see there's one there. Little guy. There's another one over here. So there's a few of them around. Not too many. Just a couple. I really need to power these doors. This is silly. Let's go to power conductive wire. We'll just cancel the wire down here. Why try with a super chat? When are we getting more Frostpunk? I'm addicted. A good question. I have that colony in progress still. The last video I uploaded of it though did really terribly, so I haven't really been in a rush to play it again. Yeah, but I do want to finish that out, so I'm not entirely sure, but soon. Lead wires. Catch the little gits and ranch them. Yeah, they provide great meat when you can get a ranch going for them. Tricky part is just keeping them fed because they eat ridiculous amounts. Like, just ridiculous. Although, you know, if I had, like, with the Robo Miner, I could almost set up a collection system. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really in a hurry. We're really good for food, so I'm not really pressed for the, another food production system just now. Eventually, I think that's probably a good idea. Because the meat they provide is crazy. Just groom them, don't feed them. Just have them die and turn into meat. You're so cruel. You know what? We'll just use lead. This wire is absolutely going to be melted on our first rocket launch, but at least we'll get to our first rocket launch with it. This thermo aqua tuner, I do not want to be on all the time. So we're going to need some automation around this thing too. So I'm thinking like a thermo sensor. Preferably out of range of the rocket. So we'll put a thermosensor over here by the pump, so if it's hot enough over there, the thing won't be on. And then I'm just going to run... Oops. Yeah. We'll run some automation wire there. Again, that wire is 100% going to get melted by the rocket. But as long as we get to our first launch, I can figure something else out after. I really probably should just do this right and move this thing in the first place. I want to see how much of a spread the heat goes down out of the rocket, though. Sour gas generator. Starvation wrenching. Awesome. Unlimited water, guys. Yeah, we have a ton of water right now. So, like, I have a geyser over here that I'm not even using the water for. It's just gathering it up. It's actually 61 degrees. This will be my source of water that I'm going to send up here. Because it's already preheated a bit. It'll come to a boil a little bit easier. Not phenomenally easier, but a little bit. So I have that water. We have water down here that we've been getting. Ooh, that's not great. Our polluted water vent over here has been my main source of water. It's not looking so polluted anymore. That might explain some of the water down here. I bet you some of it flashed into steam. Oh, I don't see any broken pipes, though. That's weird. Joya seeds. I'll print those, I guess. Oh, so this isn't even working because I don't have polluted water for it. So, yeah. I mean, I've got water. I actually need polluted water. Who knew? There's a little bit down here. Not that there's a great source of it down here. Oh, there's another geyser. Cool steam vent. This is going to put out steam at 110 degrees Celsius. Huh. If it wasn't so far away, that would be kind of handy. I'd kind of like to explore over here a little bit and see if there's a geyser or something over here, but I have to dig my way over there. I kind of want to focus on the building right now. Usually take 3 shovel eggs early from the printer, and that sets you for barbecue for the rest of the game. Yeah, because they get... Well, I mean, I guess how many... Depends how many duplicates you have. With 31 duplicates, they tend to eat a lot of food. Yeah, quick, someone go pee in the watering hole. Use the polluted water coming from natural gas generators. I actually have... I have that polluted water going elsewhere. It's kind of a snaky system of piping I have down here. So, the natural gas generators down here, are the water's being picked up, and it's being plumbed into a different spot. Which I don't remember now. So, oh, it's actually all backed up right now. So I have some of it going down here to create fertilizer, which is producing natural gas, which I have an automation set up here so that when we get enough pressure in here, this pumps natural gas into our system. And then I also get fertilizer for the farming, which is handy. The other direction for the polluted water is flowing up into this system, which is not moving. That's interesting. I need to change this around a little bit. I think I'm going to need a pipe bridge in here. Because it's all jammed up. We're not clearing any of that polluted water out. Which is kind of handy for the fertilizers, but not so great for this. I think with the liquid pipe, it will prefer the liquid that's already in the pipe before feeding the other into it. So, that's kind of what I want to have happen here. We'll see what happens. Water everywhere, not enough of pee. Yep. Who needs the water to drink? We got an overabundance of that right now. Didn't even finish the insulated tile over here, but I guess it doesn't matter. Currently have 9 duplicates, and you guess things have been going well. Everybody's idle despite being in mid-game. Nice. Is it because you have all kinds of automation set up, or you just haven't really been expanding further? Not a crazy amount of slime right now, actually. I should probably plan for them to get a little bit more. Someone's going to create a problem here. We'll see what happens. Oh, okay, got my liquid bridge built. Okay, good. So, we'll grab the pipe behind here. Just deconstruct that. So the water's backflowing. It's not behaving quite the way I want it to. Nope, still not working. Darn it. Oh, I see. I've got a directional flow problem. Yeah. Well, that's what I get for creating a mess down here. I just created a directional flow problem. Who's suffocating? And why? Alright, you're fine, I guess. Alright, so that pipe bridge did not give me what I wanted. Let's go ahead and... What map am I playing on? I'm playing on the Rime asteroid. So it's supposed to be frozen, but we've heated it up pretty successfully. Is the pipe flowing through the bridge that gets preferential treatment, or is it the one that's already in the pipe? I thought it was already in the pipe. Another bridge onto the polluted water pipe to direct it in the normal water pipe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's go this way, I guess. See what happens. There's a decent amount of polluted water here, so I want to make sure I'm capturing it. What is going on with the suffocation? Oh, no. You guys have a way out? What are you complaining about? It's one of the few times I actually gave them a complete route to get out of here. Not happy with the polluted water down here, though. They're sneezing up a storm now. Alright, where's that pipe? They're just there. Yeah, same problem here. They're gonna make a mess on the floor on me, but that's alright. It didn't include oxygen? Oh, well, they got polluted oxygen, and that should be good enough. There's no germs in it. So it's not like they're gonna get... Oh, I broke the wrong thing. Of course I did. Ah, darn it. Alright, liquid bridge, insulated pipe. Deconstruct that. Get ready for the mopping duty. There it is. Sometimes it's frustrating how much more quickly they'll break something than they'll fix something or build something. Well, I deconstructed the liquid bridge, and then, but I need the full flow here. I'm just trying to get a merged system that will allow me to merge a couple different flows of water together. So this one I wanted to prefer to go down here to feed the fertilizer, but when it doesn't do that, I want it to go up this way and merge into this system. So I think this pipe should work, so it'll set the proper direction of flow, except it might also just stop it from working altogether, because I have two of them with an input on either end of the pipe, which might be a problem. So we'll see what happens. So 99% carbob, actually very little O2 of any type. Oh, over here? CO2? Oh yeah, it is mostly CO2. Alright, so yeah, oxygen not included. I mean, they should be used to it by now, though. I would think. Maybe they haven't figured it out yet. There we go. Now it's flowing properly. Okay, so now it's preferring the polluted water. Which is going to stop the system up for a little bit, but once it gets caught up on the water draining out into here, which will refill this area a little bit, that should be all sorted, and we should be good to go. Alright. Jeez. Waste of time. 26%. Dan Higgy, where are you? Where's Dan? Dan, where are you, buddy? Oh, I wish there was... There we go. Dan, what's your problem, buddy? Holding breath, soggy feet. Oh, he was probably playing in the polluted water. You're fine. Just go chill out somewhere. That's a lot of CO2. You should scrub some of that. Scrub some CO2. What you talking about, Willis? So in our main colony, this is our oxygen excuse me, oxygenated area. I have the scrubber set up here so that the CO2 remains below this line where we're growing mushrooms and stuff. Anything that's over here just kind of flows in. I'm not really worried about scrubbing the CO2 in this space over here. This is all just dead space, effectively. I've kind of been carving it out to get slime and things. But all up in here is fine. This is where they live and, you know, have their recreation time and stuff. Natural gas gens are not running. Well, they're running intermittently. We're out of gas. This geyser up here that's feeding it is not active right now. Next activity is in 35 cycles, so we're out of natural gas, which is great. We still have petroleum down here for the petroleum generators. Coal for the coal generators, which should not be running yet. What is going on? What's going on here? I thought I had these things set up in a way where the petroleum generators would run before the coal. Eh, maybe not. Alright, it's fine. We're good. Been through the entire asteroid. They don't need to breathe. Yeah, we don't need no oxygens. Oxygens for chumps. Oh, let's plan to put some more bunker tile on the end of this. Okay, and then under here is where we're going to build our fabulous little telescope system. I guess I'll just make it of gold amalgam. How hot is it up here? Well, it's in vacuum, but 82 degrees. Nice. Good old temperatures. You know what? I'm gonna pump the I'll pump the oil through here and just let it cool off in this insulated tile, maybe. So let's go ahead and we'll put this in on a gold amalgam for now. Well, I guess I should finish with the ladders first. Yeah, no, you can't drop links in the chat. I just won't accept them. Venting oxygen everywhere actually ended up letting you dig everything early on. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, if you can oxygenate the whole place, then obviously they have a whole lot of freedom of movement. Who needs spacesuits when there's oxygen everywhere? You know, short of like temperature management, I guess, or germ management if you don't want them to get sick. Ilards can't be bothered, but to each their own. Okay, I want priority on the stuff we're building up top here again. Prioritize this stuff, please. I guess I'll put my, dig this out right here, and we'll do our little digging machine over here. It's really hot up here, though. I'm a little worried about it actually overheating. Maybe I'll use insulated tile for that. Dun, dun, dun. Give me more stuff. It's probably food. Choose blueprint. Sand. 152 tons of sand. I'm kind of good. I'm already good for that, but we'll take it anyway. Got our new desk, by the way. I can finally get 3 monitors on a desk for your projects. Oh, nice. I only have 2 set up on mine, but I have my my tower on my desk. I want to figure out something different with that, so I can get a 3rd monitor on my desktop. Given the space that I have and where my desk is set up, I don't necessarily have a lot of room to have one that's wider, so I kind of got to work with the space that I have. But I thought about putting my tower on the floor under the desk, but because I have a sit-stand desk, it would be pulling on the cables, which I'm not super thrilled with, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to get a 3rd monitor too. That'd be handy. Hey, Teddy Bears, how you doing? How do you do on Xbox? Just in case, get to play with you. Sorry, Lone Wolf, I actually don't accept anybody on Xbox. I have my my thing disabled, so I don't even get notifications. I was getting so many of them, and I had a couple hundred already that I had accepted. So I just kind of stopped. Got to be a bit much. Oh, this probably needs power, huh? That's probably a thing. I want to see if they could load the load the algae in here without actually having to open up the mechanized airlock. If so, that would be great. Because they could just stand on here and, like, shoot it down diagonally through this corner. I know you can load things that way. I'm just curious to see whether they'll be able to reach the bottom and actually get the algae in there. Do I ever hotkey things? I do, but I constantly forget to do it. So, like, up here, I could put, like, this thing and set it as, like, Control 1, and then later on I can... Was it Shift 1? How do you get back to it again? I can't even remember now. I'm super smart. Is it Alt? Shift 1? Shift 1, there we go. Need to get you playing a good RTS game. Potentially. We gotta find a good RTS game. I really wanted to play Warcraft 3 and then it did not exactly get what I would call favorable reviews. Brothgar starting to post on Brothgar live channel. Yeah, I noticed that he someone had commented on it somewhere. Maybe it was on Twitter. I saw that. I'm surprised he's opting to just start another channel as opposed to trying to recover the one that he has. But I think maybe he's trying to do both at the same time. It's kind of a real pain. Like the really unfortunate thing for Brothgar in that whole hacking situation is that the channel is his full-time job. He quit work to do it. So having somebody hack it is actually, you know, like mess with his income and his lifestyle, which really stinks. He's playing there billions. I'm still trying to beat that last level. YouTube's going slow because they're making money on the new channel. Well, it's not that. It's really easy to dismiss it and say they're doing it because of, you know, it's in their financial benefit or whatever, but it's really not. I mean, they're a massive organization, and getting them to move anything beyond a snail's pace is just a problem. But they really should have a policy right away when somebody reports a channel as being hacked or whatever, and if you're emailing from the source address that the account was set up on, they should have a policy that says automatically that they disable it or something. He already had the Brothgar live channel. He's working to get the... oh, okay, good. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, because the process for getting remonetized on YouTube is kind of lengthy, so... it's good that the channel was already in place then. Okay, so we're going to set our... what do we need that for? I think it was shipping? Yeah. Set a robo-miner over here. So I'm going to use this one to dig out the regolith that falls down here where the system is when we open the doors, because we'll get regolith piled on top of the door. When we open them up, it'll drop through. This will dig it all out, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. How much power do these things draw? 120 watts, that's not bad. Alright, rewire this thing. I can deconstruct these now. When you checked Brothgar's channel a few days ago, a load of vids were there, just went to private. Well, it's hard to show, it's hard to say, because what happens is if you mark them private, but you still have the playlist showing, then the playlists are all there, but now the playlists aren't showing either. So they probably went and changed the face of his channel by removing the playlists that were being displayed, and now they're just kind of all invisible. So it's hard to say whether they're still there or whether they've deleted it, but... streams are not run by Litecoin at all. Yeah, no, there's just people scamming it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, the amount of effort people will put into doing things that are nefarious, if they would actually just put that same level of effort into doing things the right way, I'm thinking they would probably be better off. More often than not, anyway. This needs to flow up to here so we can pump oxygen up into our telescope area. We need to deconstruct this. Let's get a priority on all these things. Let's get all these things done quickly. Channels aren't monetized, but I know, so YouTube isn't making anything. They're crypto scam. Well, here's the thing, is that they took Brothgar's channel, so it is monetized. You know, unless I don't know. The AdSense account would still belong to Brothgar unless they took that also. So I don't know how that works, but you know, regardless, I hope they get it all sorted out for him because it really sucks that he's put all that effort in. I think he was pretty close to 100,000 if he wasn't already over 100,000 subscribers. So to just have somebody take that away on you is like, that's got to be just crushing. Money will sure be. I don't know. See, if they were able to hack into his YouTube account, they could have changed the association with his AdSense account too. I honestly I don't know. He's at 105. Wow, nice. Yeah. So where he continued to grow really well the latter half of last year, I definitely slowed down. Drop from 105 to 96 now. Well, yeah, because people are going to unsubscribe when they see that junk, right? It's not good. Not good. Okay, so if the temperature is below... Oh, actually, I don't... let's go. If it's above... What's the temperature here now? Minus 1.5. I want to leave this off for now, but I want to have it set later. So if we do like, if it's above 150 degrees Celsius, then turn on. Obviously, it's not going to meet that condition right now, which is fine. I do need some piping to come out of this. Feed up into our rocket. I don't want to connect it just yet, though, because we've got all kinds of nasty gases in here right now. Oh, actually, which reminds me, I should put some sort of a filter in here. Which, unfortunately, is going to be right in the rocket space, which isn't good. Okay, so let's deconstruct the wall here, maybe? We can hollow out just a little space in here. And that'll be enough room for the filter. Ventilation, gas filter. Flip that on end. Like, oops. There you go. So we'll put the gas in. We'll take the steam that comes out and send it into the rocket, and the other gases will just vent into the area around the rocket, and then that stuff will all just go away, which is not really a problem. Because when we open the doors, there'll be a vacuum in here, and then it'll all just go bye-bye. Like that. Connect into there. And this gas vent, we'll make that out of... I probably should make it out of steel, but we'll make it out of iron for now. Actually, I don't even need to go that far with it. I can put it right here on the wall, because the wall's not going to be here anymore. Well, once they break the wall anyway. Once they break the wall, we'll stick it right there, and then we'll vent all the excess gases into there. Coworkers and I had a cop follow us back to work after lunch today. He saw two of them smoking and wanted to tell us there's no smoking with someone under 16 in vehicles. He was talking about me. Oh, I see. You just have a youthful appearance. He was complimenting you in a very offhanded, indirect way. That darn family dog wanted to eat all. Yeah. Unsubbed it first until you realize what was going on. Now I just ignore the crappy stream. Yeah, I have it on. I'm subscribed to him also, and I just ignore it. But, you know, like I said, I really hope they get it sorted for him and he can get his channel back. I don't know how I would take that. That would just be... That would be crushing. You can pump the gas into the rocket space to create a vacuum in the steam room. The gas would vent into space. Yeah, that's the intent. I'm just going to send it into here. Ultimately, I don't have this open yet, obviously, so it's not really a vacuum in here just yet. But once it is, then that will be fine. The only reason I didn't bother digging into this is because we're going to get all kinds of regolith buildup and stuff from the meteors and things. So, still a lot of work yet to dig our way out of here. I should really put the door on a hotkey. Not the door, the printing pod. This will be a hotkey too. Wow, Paku care package. I'm gonna take those. All those poor Paku. More food. Again, we could totally set up a fishing thing. You know, with that 8 fish, but I don't want to spend all my time trying to build a place to raise Paku when we don't really need the food so bad. Oh, I forgot I had shovels down here already. completely forgot I was already farming them. What I didn't do was actually close the room off so that it's actually a farm. I don't remember why I didn't do that. Not that it matters all that much. Do pacus leave shells? No, it's only the crab-like things that do. What do they call them? I don't even remember. Did I pill? No, I haven't powered the filter yet, but we're also not pumping anything through it just yet, so I'm not super worried about it. I don't think the pump's even connected to power right now. Oh, I did connect it. Who knew? Yeah, no, I haven't connected it yet. I probably should. I also haven't selected the material that's going to pass through it. I just figured it would be kind of a waste of power in the interim. I don't really need this stuff running yet. I don't even have water up here to convert it into steam. The poke shells, thank you. Their eggs do the actual Apocalypse barbecue. Yeah, barbecue. Usually you get like a 10 in a pack so you farm them infinite lime. Oh, from the pocket shells? It's weird that the fish would have a hard-shelled egg. That's a little strange. I should go to the bar this weekend because I have Sunday off and your coworkers said they didn't know if they'll let me in. That's what you have ID for. He was cute, too. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. Next thing you know, Brittany's dating a cop. Alright, for the hot oil, that's gonna go... Oh, it's already started to flow. Interesting. Alright, so we'll send the hot oil up... Oops. Blah, up to here. It's gonna be kind of a weird setup, but I'm gonna try and... When it gets up to here... Actually, I can't reach that way. That won't work. I gotta go the other way. Let's change this over to radiant pipe in here. I'll make it a thermally conductive. I'm not sure. The oil's really cold, but we'll see what happens. For now, I'm gonna do it this way. That's not gonna reach. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I've got to actually have it. This insulated stuff isn't gonna be hot. That's not gonna work. Okay, we'll get up to here, we'll take the radiant pipe, and we'll start plugging it into this stuff. We'll run through the doors, which should be good and hot, back down to here, then we'll go back to the insulated pipe, down into this space. That is not great. Then that will come over here to connect. That'll give me my looping flow of oil. Circuit overloaded, food decayed. What's this now? I wasn't even looking. Food has decayed. Oh. Wow, the farmers actually left food just sitting on the ground. That's nasty. Long commutes, no research, flooding, buildings broken. Wow. What happened down here? Alright. I wasn't paying attention, apparently. Potential load is fine. Why did those break? I must have sent something wrong in there. It says carbon dioxide in it. I ran out of algae. Huh. Who knew? Okay, well that could be a problem. We do have algae in different places I can snag it from, so I guess we can dig it up down here. Yeah, so no one will get trapped there, so that's fine. I'm using algae for really limited things. It's funny that it would actually run out. I can dig through here, I guess. We'll grab all this. Nope. That's too high up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't get that. We can get this over here, though. Somewhere here I know I've got a really big pocket of algae. I just can't think of where it was. Algae everywhere. Except when I want it. What the heck was that thing? I could have sworn I had a really big pocket of algae sitting here somewhere that I hadn't dug out. No, well, there's that one, but that's not going to count. It's kind of out of range right now. A couple little pockets in here. Huh. All right. Well, I guess I got to actually do a little bit of work. We'll put a ladder in here. So our duplicates can hop across, and then we'll have them dig into this spot over here. Clear some algae out of here. That's too low down, so we'll go there for now. Swore there was another one. Oh, yeah, materials overlay? I never use the materials overlay. I hate this thing. It's too chaotic. So, if we zoom out a little bit, I mean, you can see where there's a couple big pockets of algae. We've got some all the way down here, too, apparently. That might have been one of the larger pockets I was looking at, but I hadn't bothered digging my way to. I've got that one already set up for digging. This is a really strange way to look at the game. Good lord. Yeah, most of them are the smaller pockets now, except for the like a couple that I have up here, so I guess those will do for now. Oops. Get out of that thing. If only there was an overlay for that. I just don't like the look of the overlay. It makes my eyes hurt. You're right, it does look like a broken screen. That's probably my objection to it, at least in part. Okay. Hopefully this piping will work up here. I'm really curious to see how this all plays out. It doesn't really have to get super hot. It just needs to warm up the oil enough that it's not going to freeze in the pipes when I run it through the thermal aqua tuner. Ooh, in the meantime, I probably should set up our water now. This is going to require a ladder down into here with another water pump. At the bottom, that's going to take some water out of here. We'll ship that up and across, and this is going to go all the way up. A lot farther than I thought. Wow, good thing we're insulated pipes. All the way up to here. Oh, great. Well, that's a nuisance. Okay, I guess I can run it through here, I suppose. That'll work. Again, I'm gonna have a problem with the rocket takeoff, just destroying the pipes though. It's gonna melt things. Well, whatever. Right now, I guess I don't care. We'll drop it in over here. Although it might lower the temperature of the steam a little bit. We'll drop it right there. Okay, so that'll drop and roll down. No, stupid. It's gonna mess with my thermal sensor thing. I can't have that. Liquid vent. And I should probably have some sort of a pressure shut off down here. So if the pressure in here is high enough, I don't really want to keep dumping water in. Who need ladders to get to access the pipe and the blast doors? Yep. Yes, I will. Good thing that's not a nuisance. Oops. Alright. Give me all this at a 6. This here I want to be set for steam. Freezing point of oil is like -40. No, it's not the oil that I'm concerned about. It's the pipes. So when I've done experiments with this before, when the temperature of the liquid in the pipes got too cold, the pipes were breaking on me. And maybe it was the construction materials that I used at the time. I didn't have any ceramic or anything, and I don't actually have any ceramic right now. So that might have been a factor. I haven't made of igneous rock at the moment, but I just don't want it to. I don't want it to cool it down to the point because it's already negative temperatures, right? So it's like minus. Well, let's see where it grabs where the pump is. It's going to be like -5. Then it runs through here. It's going to be like -20, and then the pipes start to break, and that's kind of a problem. You have an overheated bit on the left of the blast doors already. I do? Where's the overheated bit? I don't understand. Broken buildings. They still haven't fixed those for reasons unknown. Oh, waiting copper. Do I have copper? Yeah, we got copper, so that's fine. Flooding in 2 of the buildings. That's just the battery that's down here, and another building I don't own. Ooh, look, I got a brain machine. Oh, and lots of oil in there too. I hadn't even. You know what? Let's dig that out. Great little doorway. We can put somebody on the machine, give them another power. Building lacks resources. Yeah, it's for the lime and stuff. All right. Cool. So this whole episode is to launch a rocket, right? Yeah, we're not gonna get the rocket launch today. It's taking too long. I'm trying to get everything set up in here to be able to have a protected area in order to have our telescope, and it's taking me forever because I'm also working on trying to produce steam at the same time. So, you know, super smart and all that. Oh, it needs refined copper? I guess that could be a problem then, wouldn't it? Once again, I constantly forget to use the hotkeys. Alright, let's make some, we'll make some refined copper in here, I guess. Maybe I won't. Gold amalgam. Alright, copper there. There we go. Give me a whole bunch of refined copper. I'm fine with them punching the button there for a bit. Use the refinery? It doesn't matter if I use the refinery. We've got so much hot water up here. Like, what's the difference? This is just using duplicate effort, and I have copper to spare. I'm fine with it. It's probably a little bit wasteful because we'll get sand we don't necessarily need. But the refinery just produces heat I don't need. I can't win. There will be no winnings. Should probably make sure the system up here is working. Oh! Well, that presents a problem, doesn't it? Have I got oxygen going down here, at least? Nope. Well, fiddle-dee-dee. That may require a tetanus shot. Alright, we need to enable this thing. I guess there was a point where we must have ran out of water going into here, so it stopped running, which stopped producing power, which stopped it from looping its own power system. So we're going to need someone to run on the treadmill to prime the pump and get it all running again. We're probably going to get a little bit of hydrogen in the system when it releases it, which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Guess we should probably get that air. I mean, not that we're lacking for air in the colony, but I do need that air in order to power the suits that I'm using up there. In the absence of the suits, we got real problems. Speaking of button punching, punch that like button, everyone. That's one major complaint for Oni. It doesn't handle hot and cold well at all. Yeah, it is a little bit tricky sometimes. Alright, hydrogen's moving again, oxygen's moving again. Small packets of it, but it's alright. As long as we get these things running, we can store up power. Battery storage is climbing. Poor new Betacraft. Balloons are just totally going to waste over there. Alright, it's fine. It should be good to go now. Disable that again. Oh, minor problems. Okay, so the water that was coming out over here, again, we got not fantastic amounts of it, but this thing is active again in 0.4 cycles, so that'll be fine. Alright. It's good thing I looked. That would explain why people weren't moving up there too quickly to work on stuff either. Alright, we're good. Okay, so now they have oxygen for their suits. They'll do a lot more work up there. Fiddly-dee, that's right. Fiddly-dee, this may require a tetanus shot. I'm not even gonna question this game, but it just looks like a lot. This game, oh, there's a lot to do in this game. There's a lot going on right now because we're at a colony that's 364 cycles in, and a cycle is a day in this game. There's kind of a lot going on because we're a couple hundred cycles in. When you start off initially, it starts off small. You know, you've only got like 3 duplicates. You got a very small space to work in, very limited things you can build. And as you continue to build and research and stuff, you expand on the things that you have access to. So it's not quite as difficult to manage as what you're thinking. Again, I know I should do something more responsible with fish, but my focus really is on trying to get stuff done up here right now. I don't want to spend all the time on the stream just building a fish sanctuary. One more day, it's your first year. Nice. Yeah, pretty close, right? Ant farm manager? Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like ants in space. You're not wrong. You get a lot for 30 bucks this game? Yeah, you sure do. And if you got the game on sale, you're getting even more. I mean, they were a couple years developing the game. It's in the full launch now. But they're still adding stuff to it, it seems, in little bits. Curious to see what other content might come out for it down the road. But Clay's really good about supporting the games they produce. I mean, if you look at games like Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together, you know, they've been producing content for those for years. I mean, Don't Starve Together came out in like 2013 or something. And they keep doing regular updates for that. You got it when it was 15, nice. Just do a single water cell next to the printing pod. Oh, that might help. Yeah, and then they would just drop right in there. I would still have to deal with them, though. Just all swimming in that one tiny little spot. They're not really going to be laying eggs too much because they'll be crowded. Make sure that spawn is still running. It is, so that's good. How are the suits doing for oxygen? They're getting there. Get all that oxygen. It's going to take a little while for these things to refill. Unfortunately, when they get run down the way they did, by not having a supply, it gets to be pretty awful. They still replicate even in a one tile cell of water? Wait, those people lay eggs? Wait, I said I wouldn't ask questions. No, the duplicates don't lay eggs, but they can have pets and things that do. So like here's a shove vole, which is a little pet animal that digs through the stuff up here. They lay eggs. The fish lay eggs. There's these little hatch critters that lay eggs. You started with 2, you're at 10 now. Nice. Paco lay an egg at death, which is why they replicate so easily. Yeah. Well, actually, all the critters do. They'll all lay an egg before they die. So it's just enough to maintain them, and then it's when you tame them, they increase their production, and you can actually get like a net gain. I guess it would be all right for the purposes of just getting the shells over and over again. But again, I just don't want to focus on it right now. I kind of want them to do the stuff up here first, so that I can break these down and get that silly telescope built. We're an hour and a half into stream, and I haven't even built the telescope yet. Did they fill us with oxygen? They did. Okay, let's I'm gonna lock the door. I want to see if they can reach it to refill it. I really hope so, because it will stop like other gases from getting in there. Happy Paku equals more barbecue. Yes, you are not wrong. I mean, we've got 429,000 kilocalories worth of food, so we're really not hurting for food right now. But you're right, the Paku is a great source of food. The shove voles are a great source of food. They're both relatively easy to maintain. Not to mention they're so derpy, they're cute. The poor little guys, they look like they've been digging through the ground and they bump straight into a rock. They've got like that little twisted nose and cross-eyed look. I think Paku are the only animal in this game which do not lay an egg when they're overcrowded. At least that used to be the case. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. I wonder if the overcrowding only affects them when they're tame, though. Cramped, yeah. I've never really looked at them in the wild to see if they have that effect in the wild, or if it's only when they're tame they have the overcrowding. Overcrowding, cramped, what do you want to call it? I need more workers. You guys are going too slow. Oh, where's all the suits? There's suit number 3. There's 3 of them out in the wild here somewhere. I don't think they have a way to get down to the other... Oh, actually, they could go completely around. Is this door closed? Yeah, that one's sealed. They can't go through there. Okay. So somewhere here, there should be 3 more suits at play. Oh, there's one there. 2, 3. Okay, good. Good. Can't wait to book an appointment to see a chiropractor. Maybe they can fix your hip problem. Hopefully, that'd be all right. Now, seeing the New Hampshire primary. I was watching it earlier before the stream. I'm not even in the United States, and I find your politics interesting. Mostly because it's kind of like watching some crazy reality TV show. It's just so dramatic compared to Canadian politics. Our huge scandal was that 20 years ago, our prime minister wore brown face makeup during Halloween for a costume, versus, you know, the stuff that goes on in the United States. So I was watching the New Hampshire primary. I was kind of rooting for Andrew Yang. Sadly, he dropped out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, I can't reach that. It's out of reach in 2 places. That sucks. How high up can I build the ladder over here before it gets in the way of this thing? If I build there, I think they'll be able to reach that little corner pipe. Had a governor do that too, Virginia, I think. Well, it was I don't know, it was a sign of the times. I mean, people weren't as sensitive to it back then. There wasn't the same kind of social outrage over it, so I don't think people really thought about it. Your hips don't lie. Okay, Buford. Politics like a circus. The biggest freak usually wins, and then people win. Yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty wacky, your politics. And like I said, it really is like watching some sort of crazy reality show. You never really know what's gonna happen, but you know it's gonna be wacky. Okay, we can deconstruct this now. Actually, I probably don't really even need to build this ladder, because they can have the little gap there. I just need to get this little corner piece of pipe here. The circuit is complete. That should actually start the flow of oil. So the oil's coming in at minus 12 degrees. The piping up here is 138 degrees. So it should warm up significantly on its way through. This needs to be deconstructed, and then we can finally build our fancy telescope thing. So that's going to flow all the way down here, and now it's 85 degrees on this side of things. Now, obviously, this is going to cool down significantly. However, at least when I run it through here, it won't break the pipe now just from it getting too cold, so that's okay. We do need to get some water flowing in here, so let's set priority 7 on building our water flow, which is going to take them a while to build because it's kind of a long stretch of piping. Blah, blah, blah. All this. Give me all that junk. This stuff in here. And then we also need some electricity down here to run this pump. Otherwise, the pump's not going to do a whole lot for us. And I don't exactly have a good abundant supply of power here. I guess we can tap it off of this. Not really worried about power. Whatever. We'll power the doors. Doesn't matter. It's not like they're going to go through them. Aside from when they're doing the construction. So that's fine. This can be deconstructed. We're about using lead pipes instead of the iron, give them meteor and regolith heat. Even with the coolant, it seems like a very strong localized risk. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, the pipe, though, got up to 138 degrees before the liquid ever went through it, and it didn't break it. So, it should be alright, I think. Although the oil in here is going to get progressively hotter over time. It's kind of impressive, actually. How does that get so hot? It's got to be from, like, the solar radiation or something. Because the bunker tile is only 43 degrees. 49. The radiant liquid pipe is actually hotter than the bunker tile. How that works, I don't really know. But that's how it is. Okay. Stations. Let's build Our telescope finally. I'm just going to make it out of gold amalgam for now, because it's going to be underneath the bunkers anyway. We'll get that built. Our oxygen system will need to connect into that. So we'll just plug that right into there. Probably needs power, I would think. Yep. How much power does it take, though, exactly? Hopefully not too much. I'd like to be able to plug it into that existing wire if I can. Stations. Telescope requires 120 watts. Perfect. Fantastic. Okay, we'll finally get a telescope set up. But with the doors closed, obviously they can't see anything, so we'll have to open the doors to let the duplicates in. But the new wire you ran changed the heavy watt wire when you passed over it? Heavy watt wire where now? You talking about down by the water? I didn't even notice. No, that was regular wire there. I'm not sure where you were talking about the heavy watt wire. Regular wire, regular wire, regular wire. Down here I'm using the conductive wire, which carries a 2 kilowatt max. Oh, I forgot about this. This here needs to go. Oh, no, wait, no, that has to stay there, actually. What am I thinking? Because I need that for the gantry. So cancel deconstruct. It's not back down 3 doors, you moused right over it? That's all regular wire. Oh, right here. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Alright. We can cancel that build. It's funny, it still creates... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, it still keeps the cross-section there. Okay, we need a wire bridge over that, obviously, then. Thank you for spotting that. Totally missed it while I was drawing the wire. Hey, Rap, how you doing? Is your oil flowing? It was. It flowed up. It's been heating up in here, so it's like 80 some odd degrees, and then it's down here, goes all the way down here to my thermal aqua tuner. But the thermal aqua tuner is turned off right now because there's no point running it when there's no water up here. So I'm setting up the water flow now so we can drop water in. I do actually need to set some sort of a limiter in here for the amount of water that comes into this thing. All this, you know what? It's really stupid for me. I'm taking all this time building all this stuff. The first rocket launch is going to obliterate it all. We'll have to rebuild it. If I was smarter, I would just move it out of the way now. But the reason I built it directly underneath the rocket was because I wanted to recapture the steam. But I might have to move the steam production over to the side, over to here, so it's not directly in the path of the heat from the rocket. Because it's going to melt all the wiring and everything on me. Should be good times. Why do something once when you can do it twice like an idiot? Shovel, sweet. Okay, up here I have a storage container already built on our shovel platform. Yeah, here. We will set this for just more shovel eggs. Once they drop in there, we'll just spit them back out on the ground. Do you remember the aqua tuner loop pipe override? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. I have, I had just a simple thermal sensor in here that I have it turned off right now. Blow it up, we love seeing it. If only it did explode, that would be so much more entertaining. It's really just gonna melt and fall apart. So finally there's a story. Well, I guess there's one. What is it? So it's, yeah, the idea is that it was like a research laboratory company sort of thing, and they were employees, and some sort of disaster happened, and they had made clones of themselves. So it's your clones that are left over, and you can see like the planet in the background that's all shattered. So now when you build up to the point where you can get your rocket, you can actually escape the asteroid if you can get your rocket to go far enough out to this like portal thing that's way out in the distance. I've never done that yet, so that might be fun to kind of do. I spent, I was always restarting games and stuff. Santosh Kumar has become a member. Thanks, Santosh. Appreciate that. It's funny, I didn't see alert in the chat for for the stream, so it might have just been a renewal. But thank you for being a member just the same. I appreciate the support. Maybe you can keep the cooling loop running when the aqua tuner doesn't need to run. Liquid pipe thermosensor. Oh no, I haven't done that. Not that I'm necessarily worried about it, but because I'm not actually using the pipe up here to cool anything. I just wanted it to warm up the oil. Lore in this game's so good. They got lots of neat little things you can find. Just spot checking the oxygen again because there were nobody coming up to work with the suits, but it should be good. Give me my telescope. Actually, do all the things at once, right now. Just looking to see if they dropped up the eggs yet. I thought you wanted to cool the tiles for some reason. Oh, no. I'm grabbing the heat to warm up the oil because the oil is already in a negative temperature, and if I run it through the thermal aqua tuner, I was concerned it would break the pipes. So I figured I would just run it up there first to warm it up, so when I run it through the thermo tuner, it would be still at a temperature where it's not going to break anything. Kind of a needlessly complex setup, all things considered. Why build it simply when you can make it needlessly complex? They played with time manipulation, blew everything up. That's neat. Like I like that there's the portal thing you can fly out to and like get your duplicates to escape. Three days off after Saturday, so excited to relax before going back and doing at least another week straight. Yeah, it's a long weekend in Canada this weekend. We have Family Day on Monday, which is kind of a purely political holiday they added a number of years ago, but I'll take it just the same. How much does the tuner cool? I think oil is liquid till about -40. I don't have to worry about it getting to -40, but the pipe temperature is the one I'm concerned about it breaking. I can never really keep tabs on what temperature the pipes can handle in terms of negative temperatures. But I've experimented with this when I was working with like a steam generator experiment, and I kept breaking the pipes all the time on the aqua tuner for the coolant, the liquid that was being cooled. So I'm just kind of avoiding that as an issue. Just don't let the oil get over 390 degrees Celsius or it will flash over to gas. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Up here, the temperature of the door is only under, it's like 100, so I mean it's hot, but it's not crazy. You know that concern's a long way up, but you've dropped from 475,000 kilocalories to 370. It kind of bumps up and down. It's possible we ran out of algae or slime again. No, we're fine for the slime. This food's okay. We're not really getting a lot out of the bristle blossoms, unfortunately, because it's just too warm down here. This is really not a very good place to have these, but I can't be bothered putting them somewhere else yet. Oil isn't flash to gas, it converts to petrol. It can turn into sour gas. Sour gas being a bit of an issue. Drop your water in my one space, and you get a good amount of water, and it will protect everything. Oh, down here? I assume this is the water, the liquid vent you're talking about, right? Drop this one down. No, the one they actually built. They haven't built anything else, but they got this done. See my message for the Clay Entertainment dupe jams. I didn't see your message, but I did see that they were streaming it earlier today. They actually had it streamed on both YouTube and Twitch, which was kind of neat. I could actually probably just put it right at the very bottom. I don't even need... And then it actually would be a self-controlling mechanism almost. If we put it like right here. I guess that would work. Doesn't really need to drop in there, I guess. So, CrypticFox, you who like to make things overcomplicated, what's your job again? Shh, don't tell anyone. I work in efficiency. This is the kind of game where, you know, it's funny, like, if I was really gonna apply my work to this, I'd have to plan it all out ahead of time. And frankly, I just can't do that. I enjoy too much just, like, sitting down and playing. And I'll experiment sometimes off stream where I'm just kind of playing around with different things to come up with different concepts of how I want stuff to work. But I just can't force myself to make the most efficient colony. I just want to play. I spend too much time like analyzing things otherwise. I don't really need automation wire there, but did I connect up the electricity to that thing? I think I did, right? Yeah, pump's connected. We just haven't finished the piping yet. Ventilation, that's connected to the rocket. Did they build the telescope yet? Still no. Is that coming off of the robo miner, or how did that? Oh, that's what happened. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I've got to fix that. This needs to be deconstructed. That sucks. There was the regolith actually came through the little diagonal opening, and I guess a meteor must have hit just the right spot, and it plopped right in here and overheated and broke my stuff. So that's awesome. I've got to dig that out as a matter of priority, actually. Speaking of efficiency, whatever happened to Big Little Workshop? I like those vids. I actually really like that game, but I haven't really played it much more because there didn't seem to really be a lot of interest in the. Oh, I broke the pipe. Actually, oh, it might even be the regolith that broke the pipe. But I gotta fix that again now. Robo miner. You can go there. I need my radiant pipe in here. Okay, so now that this is blocked off, that should prevent any more of that nastiness from falling down there. What a nuisance. Party 7 on all that. Try to get them all to do all the space stuff up top here first. Aquatuner cools what is piped to it. The surrounding gas or liquid absorbs the heat the aquatuner is radiating. Yeah, that's the intent. So I'm gonna dump some water down by the aquatuner. We're gonna pump the liquid oil through the aquatuner and let it cool it. Not for any real purpose other than to generate heat. The heat that I'm going to generate from the aquatuner will heat up the water, which will in turn turn into steam. The steam will capture with the gas pump to feed it directly in the rocket. Priority 9, or 7, 9, or whatever. Hey, let's get to work. Yeah, I don't want them to forego like certain other activities, but I do want them to prioritize it over some stuff. We're gonna get to the point where we have a fully fueled rocket and I won't even be able to take off because I don't have anybody trained. we have no astronauts trained in our colony. We spent all our time building the rocket and everything before we ever got to the point of making astronauts. Don't forget to up the priority of the wiring for the water pump still at a 5. Oh, is it? La la la, it is. Let's make that a 7 too. Why 7? I mean, why not? Let's make it all a 7. They got the pump built already. There's a lot of water in here, actually. Water, for the most part, is not our challenge in this colony, which is kind of nice. That's just waiting for the piping to be finished. Still a lot for them to build. It's a little bit slower going because they're using the Atmo suits. So I can only get so many duplicates up there at a time. Like, well, 6 of them, basically. Fried mushrooms! Sure, we'll take the food, why not? Don't really need it, but we'll take it anyway. The challenge in all of your colony, it's yourself. That's me. You've got it, Chas. That was explaining. Someone else in the chat asked about the part being partially submerged. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Only trouble with water and rhyme you have is getting it before you need it. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Well, they're doing a good job building the wire quickly. They're more inclined to do that job because they don't have to go as far. Nobody likes the work commute. They still haven't picked up the shovel eggs either. It's a management issue. Yeah. Shh. It's always a management issue. That's the problem with everything. Show me the building, love. We're so close. I mean, it's taken almost 2 hours. And the one thing I really wanted to do this time, I still haven't done yet. You know, maybe I'll just set this one really high priority. Give me this thing post haste. Toot sweet and all that. You're in the wrong house. Long commute always baffles me. It's more like 10 tiles away. It's too long. Yeah, it's really kind of weird. You can't get away from the long commutes, I don't think. But duplicates are spending a significant amount of time traveling between their errands, about 40%. You can probably help a little bit by having storage set up in multiple places, and then like filling it up with like rail stuff or whatever. No line of sight. That's fine because we're not ready for it yet. Actually, if we crank this open, wait, there we go. That'll open the doors. The regolith will drop in. This thing will dig it up, so we'll have a line of sight. Open the star map. So, in terms of visibility, as you can see, we don't have anything. Wow, you can really go really far out now. So if you can get a rocket that goes out this far, somewhere out here, there's like an escape point. There's a lot more space added than there used to be. Who knew? Space got bigger. But in the meantime, we're going to check out these close things. Obviously, I'm not launching a mission. But we're going to analyze the object. So that will get a duplicate to run up and use this thing here. It still says no line of sight, but in a moment it should get cleared out. Reduced visibility. Well, that's great. Please tell me by digging this out it will fix it. Damage overheating. If the regolith falling on it, it's actually damaging it. That's not great. Reduced visibility. And it's overheating. I'm gonna need to make it out of steel. Arg! I built it out of gold, hoping it would be fine, but it's just too hot up here. There you go. Get to work, duplicate. Where's our oxygen supply? Alright, oxygen's fine. I love the animations in this game. Oh! He does not like getting hit by meteors, apparently. Alright. I should close that up, I guess, while the meteors are falling. So, this isn't actually wide enough. We're getting reduced visibility, which isn't great. And I need to make this thing out of steel. Alright, deconstruct it. I guess I could have used the oil to cool this thing, but oh, it's good and broken now. All that time building it, just to have it overheat like right away. I'm so smart. What's the reach on this thing? Not far enough. I'm kind of wondering if it's the regolith here that I have to clean out, or if it's just the fact that the doors are here in general. I wonder if it needs to be 3 wide for it to be not obstructed. Maybe the edges where the heavy tiles are into doors. Yeah, I could potentially do that. Well, that stinks. 2 hours building the telescope and all of our steam production system and what have you, which isn't quite producing steam yet. And I promptly broke the telescope. This is what comes of my brilliance. Aren't you all glad you spent that 2 hours? It is 11 o'clock now, though. I am going to call it a wrap for tonight. This just basically needs to be rebuilt out of steel, and it should be okay. I'll have to kind of do something about the line of sight, because it's not quite what I need it to be. Unblock view of the sky, be able to click star map data. So I'll have to see. It has visibility 0. Once the doors are open, I can check the... Actually, I might as well check it right now. There we go. So this will show me the visibility. Hopefully it's not much of an obstruction, in which case it might be fine. But we'll see what it updates to once the doors are open. Oh, good seal. Like that's ever. Oh, yeah. I never had a problem with that. Oh. Oh, wait, there you go. Reduced visibility. 73%. That's actually not that bad. It will slow down the research or whatever, but we could probably solve that by putting doors on either side. And then we can kind of get that taken care of. I probably will need another one of the robo-miners on this side to take care of regolith, but I can just mirror this side over to here, I guess, and it should be fine. Nevertheless, we'll come back. We'll rebuild the telescope out of steel next time, assuming we can get enough steel to be able to do that. But thanks, everyone, for coming to hang out tonight. Really appreciate it. I will be streaming Oxygen Not Included again on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Excuse me, so you can catch the game here. And then I'll have some other video content uploaded this week as well. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.